it's Rachel with Topsy Turtle Thrifter, and in this video I'm going to do a show and tell of some Goodwill finds that I have picked up with, it was 3 different Goodwills on 3 different days, and on one of the days my oldest daughter Victoria stopped off at the local Goodwill and she found a few things and she had sent me a picture of them, and I didn't get them till later, and I texted her back and I said yes, get them, but she had already left. However, she did get them, so she did really good. So I'm going to show those today, and then there were 2 different other times I went. So what I'm going to start with is probably the most recent. I've got everything laid out in front of me, so I pretty much know what everything is, and then I've looked up a few of the items. If I know what the value is, I'll kind of give an idea of what these items should sell for. I haven't looked up everything, so I just have a general idea of a few things. So I'm going to start with this cute little pillow. It is a goat with a Santa hat. And this, it does look painted, but it is more, I believe, like a print or a screen print on that. It's just a square throw pillow. But what intrigued, I guess why I picked it up was it does have a name on the back, the little pug label, and it says Maya Pickles, and it is licensed and made in the USA. So I did look this up, and I couldn't find this particular one for a resale value, but I found one brand new that was selling online for $49.99. And then there were similar ones that had sold with other animals. There were a lot with rabbits, more Easter theme. There were maybe a pig, and I think a dog, puppy. That sold kind of more, some around the 15 range and some around the 30 range. So for this particular one, I'm not real sure. I'll have to do a little bit more research on that to see what I might list that for. But I thought that was an interesting find, and it is Christmas, but that might be something that I go ahead and get listed now, because they do say that Christmas can sell all year. So I might give it a try and go ahead and get that up. And it was really clean, and I paid $3.99 for that. Another item I picked up, I don't know if there's anything particular about this. I'm not sure that it's old. I just like these little baskets. They have hinges. And this one is a different shape, a little bit smaller shape than what I usually find, with a handle on it. And I paid $1.99 for that. Not sure what the value on that would be. I just thought it was cute, and just some things that I like to pick up, and a different type of basket that I normally would see. And going with baskets, I picked up this basket. It's just a little round wicker basket. It likely was maybe for plants, because sometimes you see these a little bit bigger with the linings in them that held maybe a faux plant or a faux tree. This one was just a little bit smaller than some that I usually see, so I thought I'd pick that up, and it was $2.99. And I just like the color contrast on the wicker. You got a little bit of light and dark, and it's got a little speckling here, so I thought that one was different to pick up. And then there's this. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. It's a gold metal tray, and it has it's like a Lazy Susan. It turns. It doesn't have a name on it anywhere, but I thought I could use this for my booth, possibly display something on it. I paid $2.99 for it. So I just picked it up with the idea of possibly I could use that there in the booth. And then these, I'm not sure are worth much. I have to look more into them. But these are little pewter, like soldiers and knights. And this one is the Confederate soldiers, and it's made by Westair. And they were all in the box. That's what that labels each one. And then these, also Westair. And then the knights on the back. And I paid $2.99 each. Again, not sure what the value of those are. I just picked them up because I thought, oh, they're in the box. They're kind of neat. So, and there's this in the box. It's Mullinger pewter. And on the bottom, it's a Christmas bell, and it's the Irish collection. So this is what's in there. It's a little bell. Has a little plastic dinger. And it has a shamrock on this side. And then it has it's the two hands with the heart, and I am not quite sure how to pronounce that, but it's, is it Clada? Clada? It comes with a little information sheet and the history of the Clada. And I know it says Christmas bell on the box, but I thought this could also be used to put out maybe for St. Patrick's Day, because it has the green and then the little clover. And so pick that up, and I paid a little bit more than I probably should have for that. It was $4.99. Now the original price has $19 on it, so it was purchased brand new. And from this visit, this would be the last item. It's this bowl. It has the daisies on the handle there. And it's kind of got a woven texture on the side. And then there is a name on the bottom. But it's very faint. You can't see it. But I recognized it from, I believe it's like a California pottery or the Metlocks. I can't remember the full name of it, but I've picked up some other similar pieces, so I recognized it. And I have looked it up, and I can't remember as far as what it sells for, but I purchased it for $2.99. And surprisingly, there are no chips, because a lot of these pieces end up being chipped or cracked, and I did not find any on that. So that'll be a fun piece, I think, even to put in the booth for summer. So I'll decide what I'll end up doing with that. Now for the visit and the items that Tori picked up for me, we will start with this little guy. He is pretty cute. I've not seen this type of pottery being very bright and colorfully painted. It is marked Mexico on the bottom, and I know, and I'm not real sure if this is the Talavera. I believe it is, and it might be a newer piece, not the vintage, but I have to look more into it. It does have a signature on the bottom that I'm not able to make it out. I can see where it says Mexico, but yeah, he was pretty cute. So that was a good find for $1.99. And then these pieces. So she found a stack of these pieces together, and it is the Wedgwood. And this is the green jasperware. And I know before I've shown I've had the bud vase. This is a bud vase that's in blue, and it has like the little cherubs on it, and then you've got the floral edging, and every one, these pieces were all taped together, and every one of them were in perfect shape. No breaks, no cracks. They were a little dirty, and I cleaned them with Barkeeper's Friend, and that is really good to use for these. Wedgwood does really nice with Barkeeper's Friend, and a little toothbrush. And this is, I believe, grapevine around the edges, so it's a little ashtray, and I have shown one of these before in the green and in the blue. So let me go back to the little bud vase. I looked it up, and the prices vary for this. I saw anywhere from around $8 to $12, maybe a little bit more for that. And for this, I saw maybe anywhere from $6 to $8. And since I have other pieces of this, this would probably be one that would be good to lot, and possibly even the vase. I could lot those together with some of the other items that I have. They might do better that way. Now this one, out of all the pieces, probably is the best. So it's, I have not had a Wedgwood teacup and saucer set. So this is my first piece of that. And you can see the Wedgwood on the bottom there. And then it just has the different scenes with the little cherubs. And then the different scenes around the cup. And like I said, great shape, no breaks, no cracks. And I believe, like I said, they were all taped together, and I want to say she paid, see, I want to say she paid $2.99 for all of the pieces. So this one I looked up, and it should bring around $25 to $30. That's where some of the sold comps were on this one. So excellent pieces, and definitely a good find for $2.99. And that is actually a surprise for Goodwill, because you don't hardly find anything like that for those prices. Now for the third Goodwill I went to was in a different city than ours. So this was my first time at this Goodwill, and it was small. They didn't have a lot, but the things that I got, the prices were really good. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead. I think there was a couple other ones I forgot from previous visits, but I'll get back to those. Let me go ahead and do this. This I picked up, it's not, it's probably a canister. It may have had a lid. I'm not 100% about that, but the reason why I picked it up was for my booth I want to display some old kitchen items like utensils and things, so I thought this would be something good to do that, to put those in. And this is farina, which is flour, and on the bottom it said Germany. It has a little stamped mark there. And I think I paid $1.99 for that. It's a little ceramic piece, and I just thought, like I said, I thought that would be really good. Let's see. I've got some here. I'll just put some kitchenware items in there for my booth. And this piece, I was actually quite surprised about finding this. This would be lacquerware. So it's a box, and it's red on the bottom, and then the top is the gold with this really pretty design. And it has, which maybe like the cherry blossom. It has birds and fans. And lacquerware is supposed to be really good to sell. Now I'm not real sure, I haven't looked this piece up and I didn't find any marks on the bottom of it, so I'm not real sure what this would go for. I paid $2.99, and to find it, it's really in great shape because it doesn't have any you know, like sometimes you find chipping or wear of the lacquer. Really, there are no scratches. It's in excellent condition. I don't know if it's old. I just thought it was really pretty, and this should do really well. Something else I picked up for display in my booth is this. I don't exactly know what it is. It's just a round, like, cylinder piece stand. I paid $2.99. But the reason why I picked it up is I thought this would be nice to set hats on in my booth. So we'll give that a try because I had been looking for something like that to be able to put my hats on. So that one was an interesting piece. I don't know what its original purpose was, but that's what I would use it for. And this I picked up for myself, and it was only 99 cents, new in the pack. May have been something that you'd find like at Walmart or something, but it's a garden flag, and I really like this. It's Home Sweet Home, and it has like little material here that looks like cotton, and I have a flag holder, like a garden flag holder, so I'll put this out on that for 99 cents. I was like, why not pick that up? And then I found this little guy. I thought he was plastic, but I think he is ceramic, and he's just a little guy holding a deer, and I paid $1.99 for him. I don't find any marks for him. He has felt on the bottom. And the deer's ear does have a little chip here. So I'm not sure if I'll just keep him or put him in the booth for a few bucks, but I thought he was cute. I actually didn't realize his ear was chipped when I bought it, but he's cute. So we will figure out what to do with him. And then I picked these up. I thought they were neat. They're little wooden blocks, but like books, just for display purposes. And they are Tom Sawyer, and they do have some painted pictures on the front, and then Peter Rabbit. So, and they're tied together. So I picked those up for $1.99. And then this has to be one of my favorite pieces that I picked up that day. I won't open the whole thing because it's pretty long. But this is, or was going to be, a quilt. It's the startings of a quilt that didn't get finished out. But the material is just so pretty. And I thought it was bright, colorful. Definitely vintage. And if I'm not, like I said, I haven't measured this out. I'm assuming, I feel like it's probably for a twin size. So let's see if I can show. They're just different little bright, colorful pieces all throughout. And so this is a really nice piece. And if this is another piece, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. They will sell unfinished. But if it's something I think I can go ahead and finish out, it might be something I keep. I paid $5.99 for that, which is excellent. Somebody put a lot of work in that, and they just didn't quite get to finish it, but I will decide what to do with that. So that was all from that visit. There were a couple pieces I missed from the beginning, from the other times I went. But this one, it's a gold box. I paid $3.99 for it at Goodwill, and this was another surprising find. It's got a little satin lining. This is a little peacock trinket box, and it's jeweled, and it has a hinge where it opens up, and it's a magnet that holds it together, and it's not marked any brand, but it has just a sticker, I guess, from where it was purchased from, but it doesn't give us any information on that. But anyways, that was in great condition. No issues with that, and sitting on the shelf at Goodwill. You go through a lot of broken stuff, so it's always surprising when you find something such as that. And then the very last thing, I found this a little too late, but I still might go ahead and get it listed. This was with the Christmas stuff. I guess it is a Christmas item, but it's Expressions from the Heart, and I paid $2.99, and it came in its little box, and it's just this really pretty, it's like a blown glass heart, and it has the green Swarovski crystals. I don't know if I say that right. I mess it up every time. Swarovski. And it has this green sheer, I guess you'd call it what you would hang it from. And then it has Expressions from the Heart on the side of it. And I looked these up, and they do really well. I think it does depend on color, and this one, I guess it does look more Christmassy with the red and green. A lot sold during Valentine's, for the before Valentine's, so they were really popular even for that. So hearts are kind of popular just for about anything, so I'm probably going to go ahead and list that. It did come with its little tag, and it's dated 2003, so it was inside the box, everything. Yep. So anyways, that was a really surprising find that day when I went in. But alright, that concludes the items that we found at Goodwill, and I will end the video here, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright, thanks, bye.